welcome back to our show today. You know, our lives here in Bali are not all about glamorous villas all the time and beautiful stuff and exciting film premieres. That just happens to be this week. But you know, a lot of people who come from other countries to make their home here in Bali find that they have an opportunity to really make a difference to people living here, usually the Balinese. So I wanted to make sure that you get to hear some of the stories of that side of the expat experience here in Bali as well. So I've invited a really, really great friend of mine to talk today. So I'd like to introduce you to my friend, Christina Iskander. Hi.
Hi, Nancy.
So, oh, great. So here, I've just done this thing, how our lives are not all about glamorous stuff. And look at you. You look gorgeous.
Oh, thank you. I'm wearing Joy jewelry today by a friend of mine, Jenny. And I'm also wearing Sabia, another friend of mine, Claudia Duarte.
That's your dress.
That's it.
All right.
So there you go.
Yeah, I have to be honest. Christina's friend got me the jewelry. I'm giving it back. I am giving it back.
You should go buy one. They're beautiful.
I should. Actually, I do love this.
It's very nice.
And this.
Very nice.
Driving our audio technicians crazy. Okay.
Keep the hands still.
So now, Christina, everybody's got a great Bali story. Please tell us your Bali story.
Okay, well, I came to Bali in 1983.
Okay.
I'm married to an Indonesian of 20 years.
Oh, all right.
And he's from Jakarta. He's not Balinese.
He must be older than 19 years. We're not from Ubud.
Yes. No, we're not. And we have 3 sons. And we moved back to Bali because I wanted to bring the children here and introduce them to pretty much learn about their ancestors and learn more about Indonesia.
And how's that going?
It's going fantastic. The transition's been amazing and the kids love living here and I love being here and yeah, so we're here now.
Well, you know, your timing in Bali qualifies you to be one of our legends. You know, the people who were here way back when.
Way back when you didn't go as far, you didn't go further than Jalan Padma. It was pretty much if you were going to Canggu, you literally packed your bags to go to Canggu. It seemed that far.
I do remember that.
So yeah.
I was here for the first time in 91.
Wow.
And I remember sitting at Mare's Warung, the original one, and some people who'd been here for a long time were discussing the different things that I should see. Yeah. And somebody said, you should go out to the Oberoi Hotel. And someone went, all the way there?
That's so far. Well, Mare's Warung actually just had their birthday. They turned 40. So Mare's Warung's been around for a long time. 40 years is a long time. Very successful.
So what else did you do? Come on, tell the story.
Well, went to a few parties in the late 80s, early 90s. I was invited to a party in Ubud. And it happened to be a party for Mick Jagger and David Bowie.
He really did. I heard that they came here, but really.
But back then it wasn't unusual to see. I mean, Phil Collins was playing at Kayawapi, which was a live band where acts used to play. So Phil Collins was there. Madonna happened to be in the Apothec, which is the chemist up the road. And we saw a lot of stars, but back then a lot of them did come here. And yeah, they were just like you or I sitting down, mixing, talking. It was great.
So I find it interesting for people who knew Bali then. How do you cope with Bali as it is today?
Well, I've learned I like Bali of today because it's got a bit of the old and still a bit of the new, and we can get away from it when we want to. And that's the beauty of Bali. You know, everything's accessible to us now here, but we can still get away from it if we want to, and it's only like an hour's drive.
Well, and you get to often go up to the north side.
I do, and I do a lot of charity work, and I'm really proud about that.
Well, this is what I specifically wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
There are people who are making a difference, and I know you're one of them. Now, what is this most recent thing?
Well, I've joined together with BIWA, which is the Bali International Women's Association, and we recently went up to a village in Karanasem at the Soraya Elementary School, and saw some of the children up there at that school and handed out a lot of donations and
you
gifts.
brought me photos, right?
I did bring you photos, so we've got some photos for you to look at.
We do. We're going to find a way to show you these photos. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll do it in post. Go ahead.
Yeah. Karen asked. The Soraya Elementary School is it's a poor village, and the children do walk quite a distance to get to school. And we all went up there as a group of women with different donations. They all got new school bags. So the girls got their pretty little Barbie bags, and they were really, really, really happy. Some of the volunteer women bought up some ribbons and, you know, just something as simple as that, put into the little girl's hair. Pink ribbons made such a difference. They were all so, so happy. And they got new shoes, new school shoes, because a lot of them were barefoot or with thongs on, so new school shoes as well. Lots of food, nutritious food. And yeah, so we pretty much spent the morning up there, and the kids were so happy that we were there. And it was fulfilling for us as women, and fulfilling to see how the children reacted to us being there.
You know, I find, once again, part of our expat life here, if you decide you want to do philanthropic activities in the West, you generally have to have an enormous amount of money to be in that category. Of course, our lives in Bali, all of a sudden, it doesn't cost that much money to be incredibly kind, incredibly generous, express your desire to make a difference in someone's life without it costing what it would over there.
And it really is. It's so fulfilling. It really is. And it puts you back to, you know, what really is important in life. And I try and also bring that home with the children. I sort of say, okay, we're going to clean up the toys and the things we haven't used or played with for the last 3 months. They can go to somebody that really, really will appreciate them and want them more.
Oh, I'm so jealous. My children are growing up as ultimate collectors. We say, oh, in 25 years, that little character will be worth a lot of money.
Well, sometimes it's a struggle. It's a struggle with my little son. He sometimes doesn't want to part with anything, but once they do and they see where it's gone, they're really, really happy.
Will you tell me something about when you're on the main road and the people, the children, specifically the little children are asking for money?
Well, what I've decided to do with that, it was actually my husband's idea, and I think it's a really good idea. I know a lot of us will know on Sunset Road, the bypass road, that you do get a lot of beggars at the longest traffic lights.
Specifically children.
Specifically children. Children carrying children.
Walking on the traffic with all the cars like this.
Yeah, children carrying babies. And so what I do is I put things in the car like toys, drinks, snacks, and instead of actually handing them money, I give them those things. And it's fulfilling, and the kids love doing it. And I think if everyone had, you know, tried to do that, it'd be great.
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
So come on, you guys.
Yeah.
You live here in Bali. We really can make a difference. Now, specifically, it's October. We're heading into Christmas. And I know, Christina, you have something you should tell us about.
Yes, I do.
Aiming for the Christmas thing.
Go. Okay, I do the Christmas appeal. And I had a Christmas appeal last year that was very, very successful. And we managed to raise 25 million rupiah through myself and SLK School, Sekolah Lentera Kasih. And I also had drop-off boxes, donation boxes. One was at the corner store in Jalan Oberoi. one was at Grocer and Grind, one was at a local salon, and one was at the school. And when those boxes filled up with toothbrushes, toothpaste, soccer balls, clothing, unwanted toys, they were overflowing. And we managed to take all of those up to the Maria Goretti Orphanage, which is in Palasari in West Bali. It's about a 3.5-hour drive, and the children were ecstatic. And it was their Christmas gift from us, from expats living here in Bali, making a difference.
That's marvelous.
Marvelous.
That's really, really
Yeah,
really
no,
good.
it is, it's great.
All right, the challenge has been posed.
Yes.
So you've chosen to live here in Bali. Don't just sit around the pool.
Even though we'd like to.
And read Dr. Rob and watch marvelous videos and go to film festivals and stuff. There's another side of it. And the Balinese people, those people specifically, really will
They need
see a
help.
difference in their lives that you can make. So thanks. Okay, we got to take a break.
Yes.
And I want to thank you.
You're
That's
welcome,
great.
Nancy.
All right.
Okay.
See
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
soon.
Okay.
Absolutely. So we'll be back right after this break.